Okay, so you're here because you want the real story, fast,
Yeah,
without wading through tons of info. You want that shortcut to understanding, right?
exactly. Saves time, keeps you sharp.
Today, we're diving into something that pops up a lot in wellness circles, especially if you're thinking about energy levels. And let's be honest, maybe shedding a few pounds. We're talking Matcha Extreme.
Mm-hmm. And we've got a pretty detailed review of this premium matcha green tea powder right here.
Our mission.
Well, our mission is basically to pull out the important bits from this review. What it is, how it supposedly works, and what it claims to do, particularly for weight management without all the fluff.
Exactly.
Mm.
Let's unpack this Matcha Extreme review, get the core insights. What is it? How does it claim to work? And specifically, what about those weight loss benefits?
Yeah, what's the deal there?
We want those key takeaways so you really get it. Okay, let's jump in.
All right, so first off, the review really stresses that Matcha Extreme isn't just your average green tea bag. It uses the entire tea leaf ground up super fine, which, the review points out, means you're getting way more of the plant's natural stuff, the nutrients and compounds.
Okay, that makes sense. More concentrated. And the big claims, especially for our focus today.
Well, the review highlights boosting energy, sharpening focus, and crucially, actively supporting weight loss efforts.
Right, so it's positioned as like a morning kickstart for your metabolism and maybe helping with fat burning during the day.
That's the angle, yeah. An easy-to-use formula for that.
Now, regarding the weight loss part, what does the review say makes it potentially effective there?
It really zeroes in on the high concentration of something called EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate.
EGCG. Got it.
Yeah, it's an antioxidant, and the review links it pretty strongly to boosting metabolism and helping with weight management, citing various studies.
Interesting. So potentially more going on than just caffeine. And the powder form, does the review mention that?
It does. It suggests that because it is a powder, your body absorbs these compounds faster, more efficiently, compared to just steeping tea leaves.
Like a more direct delivery system?
Pretty much. Then it breaks down the ingredients. You've got 100% organic matcha powder itself, full of antioxidants, amino acids, vitamins, the works, according to the review.
Okay.
Then there's L-theanine. That's an amino acid they say promotes relaxation without making you drowsy. Plus, it supposedly helps with focus and cuts down stress.
Huh. Relaxation and focus.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good combo, especially if you're trying to manage weight and maybe avoid stress eating or stimulant anxiety.
Could be. And yes, it mentions caffeine too, but contrasts it with coffee, suggests it's more of a sustained release. So energy, but without that jarring spike and then the inevitable crash later.
That steady energy could definitely be a plus. Helps you stay active, maybe make better food choices throughout the day instead of reaching for sugar when you slump.
Exactly. And one more ingredient the review highlights is chlorophyll.
Yeah.
You know, the green stuff in plants.
Right. What's that supposed to do here?
It's presented as a natural detoxifier, helps the body clear out toxins, maybe boosts energy indirectly, could even be good for your skin.
Okay, so you have these different components. How do they supposedly work together? Especially thinking about weight loss. It's not just one thing, is it?
No, the review really talks about a synergistic effect,
Synergy, how?
particularly between the caffeine and the L-theanine. The idea presented is they balance each other out. You get the energy and focus from the caffeine, but the L-theanine smooths out the edges, avoids the jitters.
Alert but calm.
That's the goal, yeah. And that balanced energy, in turn, could support being more consistently active, which obviously ties into weight management.
Makes sense. Now, you mentioned metabolism boosting earlier. The review brings up something called thermogenesis. What's the connection there?
Right, thermogenesis. The review explains it as the process where your body creates heat and doing that burns calories. And it suggests Matcha Extreme might actually enhance that process. So potentially increasing the calories you burn, even when you're just sitting around.
No.
That's a pretty key claim for its weight management role.
Definitely. So let's break down these key benefits again, really focusing on that weight angle. First, the boosted metabolism.
Yep, the review connects that directly to the high EGCG content, saying it accelerates fat burning. Pretty straightforward support for weight loss goals there.
And the sustained energy. How does that fit into weight loss?
Well, by avoiding those energy peaks and valleys you get from, say, coffee or sugary drinks, the review suggests it helps you maintain consistent activity levels.
Right. And maybe you're less likely to grab unhealthy snacks when your energy is steady.
That's the implication. Then there's the enhanced focus and mental clarity claim.
Yeah, how's that relevant?
The L-theanine and caffeine combo again. Better concentration, less stress. The review suggests this mental clarity could help you make more conscious food choices, stick to your eating plan better.
Okay, I can see that. Be more mindful.
And then there are the antioxidants. While not a direct weight loss mechanism, the review emphasizes matcha has loads more than regular green tea because you consume the whole leaf. Good for overall health, which is important when you're changing your lifestyle or diet.
True, supporting your body overall. What about the chlorophyll and detoxifying?
The review presents it as helping clear out toxins, supporting bodily functions generally, which, could indirectly help your metabolism work more efficiently. Everything's connected.
And finally, mood and stress reduction.
Yeah, mostly linked back to the L-theanine again.
Yeah.
And managing stress is often huge for weight management, right? Stress can trigger comfort eating for a lot of people.
Absolutely. So if someone's thinking about trying it, based on the review, how do they actually use it?
It sounds really simple. 1 scoop, mix it with hot water, or you could add it to a smoothie or shake.
Easy enough.
Yeah, seems designed for convenience. The review suggests it as a good morning drink to get that metabolism and energy going, or maybe an afternoon pick-me-up instead of something less healthy.
And consistency is key, I imagine.
Definitely. The review stresses daily use for the best results. It even mentions some user testimonials where people apparently noticed more energy within just a few days. That quick feedback could be motivating if you're starting a weight loss journey.
Speaking of testimonials, the review included some snippets.
It did, brief ones. Someone named Sarah T. apparently replaced her coffee, felt she had energy all day, and reported dropping some weight. So a direct mention there.
Okay. Anyone else?
James K. mentioned energy without jitters, better focus at work, suggests that stable energy we talked about.
Right, which could support being more active.
And Alora M. called it her go-to energy boost, felt more productive, less stressed. All those things can indirectly support healthier habits needed for weight loss.
Okay. And the review mentions where to find it. Anything else to consider?
Yeah, it points to the official website for availability. And it does hint at a limited time discount, creating a bit of urgency maybe. And for people who want to dig even deeper into user experiences, it references that website, www.yourweightlosshypnotist.com, calling it a source for 100% real customers' reviews of dietary supplements.
Good to know there's a place for more research. Okay, let's try to sum this up then, based purely on this review we've dissected.
Right, just based on the review.
Matcha Extreme is put forward as a natural product that might help with weight loss. It seems to rely on boosting metabolism through EGCG, providing that sustained, non-jittery energy for activity, and enhancing focus for better choices.
And don't forget the potential add-ons like detoxification from chlorophyll and stress reduction from L-theanine, which are presented as helpful side benefits.
So it makes you think, doesn't it? This idea of potentially boosting your metabolism and getting steady energy without the usual caffeine side effects.
Yeah, it poses a question for you, the listener. How could something like this fit into your daily routine, especially if weight management is a goal? Thinking about your current energy levels, your activity, your diet, where could this potentially make a difference?
It's definitely food for thought. How might that consistent energy impact your day-to-day choices?
Worth pondering.
Well, hopefully, this deep dive into the Matcha Extreme review gave you a much clearer picture of what it claims to offer, especially around weight loss.
Yeah, you've got the main points now, the core arguments from the review.
So if your interest is piqued, you've got a solid starting point, based on what we've pulled out today, to decide if you want to explore it further yourself.